Okay, everyone, and hello, and welcome to another video. I am hard at work on another deep dive. It should be out tomorrow, so it'll be out before Title Update 1 comes out later this week. No worries. But we just got a director's letter out from Yuya Takuda himself, director for Monster Hunter Wilds, incidentally, the director for Monster Hunter World. And I just wanted to go over it and kind of give my reactions to the things that he says he's going to be changing and updating. Link to this letter down below, link to a motion value chart I'm using down below as well. So message from Director Takuda, the hunt is on. Hello, hunters. This is Yuya Takuda, the director of Monster Hunter Wilds. Thank you so much. Announced today, Monster Hunter Wilds has sold more than 10 million copies globally. Many of those are on Steam. Big PC game. To commemorate 10 million milestone, we are going to release a free item pack for the community. So look forward to more information. I hope it is more than one shock trap. Hopefully they're a little bit more generous this time. Development team has been reading your feedback and they are encouraged. He's going to give us an update on their upcoming plans. So we're already kind of all aware of the free title update roadmap. If you haven't seen it, check out the video that came out a couple days ago. No need to rehash that. Main thing is Mizu, Grand Hub, Arch-Tempered Raid Owl, Zosha, all those things. There's going to be another update at the end of May. It's not going to be a major title update, but it is going to be an update that's going to have some new quests, which we're going to talk about in a moment, as well as the free title update around summer. All right, so we already know about all these guys. Again, if you haven't, go ahead and watch the previous one. End of May update. So in addition, the update at the end of May will add Tempered Monsters 8-star Gormagala, and the apex predators of each locale, Raydal, Uthduna, New Udra, and Jindahad. So there's going to be like multiple versions of Raydal because there'll be his arch-tempered version, and then there'll be this new tempered version. Each of these monsters have had various behind-the-scene adjustments to make them more resilient, such as increased health, resistance to wounding, and tweaks to multiplayer scaling. I wonder if they're going to be kind of like Extremith, where they're going to be fixed multiplayer scaled monsters for people that want to challenge. Hopefully they actually have unique rewards. We can hope. So challenging monsters will also appear in future updates, so keep an eye out for further information about them. Again, I think this is a little bit different than what I was expecting. When they initially said there would be a new version of Tempered Monsters, I really did think they were going to be like, just give everything a new flat tier. Call it whatever it is, Virus, Guardian, Hyper, whatever. There would be a whole tier across the board. It does look like it's going to be something that's a little bit more piecemeal, and it doesn't say specifically whether or not this is going to be an event quest or permanent optionals or just permanently wandering around the map at a higher difficulty level. Doesn't say what the rewards are going to be, doesn't say any of those. All it's saying is people that want a challenge, we're going to be giving you other 8-star monsters that will be a larger challenge. Will their parts be worth more to compete with Arkveld for the people that are just hopelessly grinding out Orichalcite? I don't know. I hope so. I hope they give something that is going to be giving people an incentive to hunt them. One of the big weaknesses of Rise is they waited so long to add the hazard monsters, and even when there were hazard monsters, they didn't give anything particularly unique. There were no unique weapons. There was rarely anything worth fighting them in the base game. I don't even know if in Sunbreak they gave anything unique. I mean, they gave good rewards, whatever. They gave lazarites and they gave melding juices and stuff like that. But people really want for there to be some sort of a reward to tie to it. Would we take a sticker? The stickers are way better in Wilds, but I really do think it would be nice if there was some sort of like, put a unique glow on a layered version of that monster's armor set. You know, something that's not going to cost them, you know, hundreds of man hours to make. I think that would be okay. I don't know if anyone at Capcom watches these videos, but give somebody something so that it's a very difficult challenge, get something that people are going to have to get together with their friends unless they're very good at the game, and then give them some shiny trinket that they could wear at the end of the hunt to be like, hey, I did this. It's my opinion, but if you want to do it well, that's what you want to do, because For months, you had Extremith and all the other hunts that people were really stuck on. And you as a community, content creators and whatnot would come together and help people in their own communities to get through these challenges. And it gave something, for people to do and to look forward to do when they're working together as a group. Okay, balance adjustments. So in response to some of the feedback after launch, we are planning to make various adjustments to the game, including weapon balance changes. These will be implemented gradually with each upcoming title update in order to make the game more enjoyable for a longer period of time. Depending on the content, these changes may take some time to prepare. For example, we are currently carefully considering upward adjustments for the hammer and looking at other overall weapon balance adjustments with a goal to implement them either in the end of May or the second title update in summer. Okay, so I don't know that I've heard too many people complaining about the overall hammer balance in Wilds. I would say it feels somewhat weak. I think what would help, though, is if we took a look at kind of like a chart comparing hammer motion values to greatsword motion values. Okay, so while you definitely shouldn't be trying to compare every weapon one-to-one, I think every weapon should stand on its own merits. I think it is still helpful to see what maybe the issue with hammer is. So when you take a look at how much damage just a level 3 draw charge slash does at 160% motion value, and then you look at how much damage the combined triple combo off of hammer is doing, I think we start to see that there's maybe a little bit of an undertunement there. I don't think the sum for Big Bang damage is necessarily bad on its own in isolation, but considering you can't go into a mighty charge afterwards, and considering how powerful the true charge slash is, that, by the way, I combined the damage numbers for true charge slash from the first hit and the second hit. And likewise, that final hit for the mighty charge is all the damage numbers combined. I think it should be stronger. You're heavily locked in. You're probably only going to be getting, if it was even worth it, 2 or 3 big bangs over the course of a hunt anyways. Unless the damage was way higher. Even when you add together a triple combo and a mighty charge together, 366. That's more damage on its own than Big Bang. And I think the damage is probably, the time to do that combo is about the same. So it's going to be difficult for them to balance. You don't want every weapon to feel the same. The worst thing you can do in a game with multiple characters, multiple powers, multiple abilities, and this was an issue that we kind of felt, at least I felt it a little bit in Monster Hunter Rise, is in an attempt to balance things, everything feels the same. You don't want that. You want your weapons to feel distinct. You want them to feel powerful and unique in their own ways. I think maybe the golf swing could be a bit stronger. I think maybe the first hit on the hammer combo could be a bit stronger. I think Big Bang could probably be a bit stronger. I think Mighty Charge is probably fine the way it is. And especially if they let you finish the full Big Bang combo and then let that go into Mighty Charge, I think that would be pretty nice. You can stop before the final hit of Big Bang, but honestly, that final hit of Big Bang should feel worthwhile. Okay, so next up, the Corrupted Mantle was overtuned at launch. And I think it's interesting that they use the word overtuned. I wonder if that's the localization, or if Takuda himself used that word. That's like a very gamer YouTube content creator sort of word, is overtuned, causing it to build up much more damage than expected, thus narrowing the range of options for choosing other mantles. I agree. Probably the biggest issue, and I've been holding back from making a mantle video, is Corrupted Mantle lasts 2 minutes on its own. The next best mantle would be Evasion Mantle, but that only lasts 90 seconds. It's a big stretch to try and recommend somebody to use Evasion Mantle when Corrupted Mantle is 10% more damage for 2 minutes versus 20% more damage situationally for 90 seconds. So the Corrupted Mantle will be adjusted downwards. I don't know if it means they're going to reduce the damage, reduce the affinity. I think the extra hits they should 100% keep the same. They wanted to make it 5% more attack and 15% more affinity. I still think it would be very good. The other mantles will be adjusted upwards, balancing the lineup of mantles to suit everyone's play. If everything became 2 minutes, that would be amazing. That would be so good. That's what they need. That, and they need to refresh when the quest is over. Quality of life improvements. We will continue to make quality of life improvements to the game in all areas, not just the ones listed below, for points that players are finding inconvenient. I think a little bit of friction's okay, but you can't make everyone happy. Like the other changes, these will be implemented gradually in the forthcoming updates. First of all, in the first title update, we've made various functions available in the Grand Hub. I've made several adjustments, such as reducing the waiting times while accessing facility functions in each locale. So I'm assuming you'll be able to do your ore, you'll be able to do your armor spheres, you'll be able to do the melding. You'll likely be able to select everything in terms of your farms at the same time, including through UI and UX improvements and future updates. You're going to work hard to make an even smoother gameplay experience, including restocking items. So I believe there is a mod on Mod Nexus that allows you to automatically restock your items when you go back to town. Why there isn't a box? I don't know. I mean, not that I mind restocking in the tent occasionally, but you got to wait for your guy to go into the tent, then you got to take your items, and you got to walk out of the tent. This was a solved issue in most games. I mean, Monster Hunter 1, you had to go to your house, I think. I don't think there was a box in town. But pretty quickly, they figured out you need a box. Checking your skill information. I don't know if this means they're going to add better skill descriptions or if they're just going to make it easier to see your food buffs. Multiplayer quest improvements, of course. Players are asking for that, and using the secret and camera behavior during hunts. I mean, you're still getting weird random zoom-ins periodically, so. Game stability. Oh, this is the big one. The team is continuing to identify stability issues and make improvements where possible, especially on the Steam version. So they know. I mean, Monster Hunter Wilds is the best-selling worldwide on Steam. I think in Japan it's close, but everywhere else, Steam is the best-selling version. Improvements coming very soon will include a reduction in VRAM usage, an upgrade in the direct storage version and the Steam version. Some people have already been manually updating their direct storage version, and I don't know if it helped or not, but I think an official tested version hopefully will work the best for everyone. Thank you for your patience. Look forward to continued improvements in free title update 1. I'm still saying, I don't know if I've said it on a YouTube video yet, I want to believe that there will be a Switch 2 version of this game. And I know some people think I'm crazy, but if they made a version of the game specifically designed for the Switch 2, and presumably they've been working hand in hand with Nintendo to make sure that they have the ability to do that, it would sell a lot. I don't think it would outsell Steam at this point, but I think it would sell a lot. Planning to take a wider look at overall gameplay flow, which encompasses a range of things, such as the in-game economy, balance, and other areas. They talked about that a little bit before. We're also planning on addressing elements that require more time for preparation, starting with overall game balance, including downward adjustments. I don't know what downward adjustments means. Upward adjustments? Some of the additional features that we've seen requested from the community are scheduled to be implemented in future updates. We plan to implement a list where you can see a preview of each endemic life you've captured in the update coming at the end of May. In addition, layered weapons will be coming in future updates. As more information on layered weapons becomes available, we'll be sure to share it with you. I'm sure it'll be nearly identical to armor. Make the weapon, you can use it as layered. I can only assume. Maybe you got to bind it to each weapon individually. That would make sense. Hopefully it's not replace all of your hammers. It would be nice if it could be tied 1-to-1, especially with the Ardian weapons. Looking ahead, we will continue to add new elements and content to make Monster Hunter Wilds even more enjoyable for all hunters through our free content updates, while at the same time making further improvements and adjustments to the game. We will do our best to ensure that you will enjoy the collaboration with another Capcom title in the update at the end of May, as well as the additional features and future updates, so we hope you enjoy it. Thank you for your continued support for Monster Hunter Wilds. Happy hunting. Yuya Takota, director of Monster Hunter Wilds. Okay. Nice letter. I like it when they do the videos for these. It would be nice to hear from him directly, because usually they give a little bit more information. Sometimes they even record videos. But I would say in general, especially the addition of the additional tempered 8-star quests, I think many of the complaints are going to be addressed. So more difficult monsters to hunt. Balance adjustments. I don't know that anybody was saying that Hammer needed to be buffed, but any of us that have been playing a lot of Hammer have been saying this does feel relatively weak compared to other weapons. Switch Axe as well feels a little weak unless you're really practicing getting the zero sum release. Not the zero sum, the full release slash. More mantle options are going to be great. It'll be interesting if they mean they're going to downscale some of the motion values on some of the weapons. I don't think that's what that means. I think it just means Corrupted Mantle is too strong and the other mantles are not strong enough. Okay. Lots of good news. Link to this letter down in the description below. Another video will be coming out tomorrow. Don't worry, I'm not going to sandbag it. It's very close to being done. So look forward to that then. Look forward to Title Update 1 and that video when it comes out tomorrow. Thanks.